review of the brand JCat Beauty. Now, JCat Beauty is an indie brand that has been in a lot of subscription boxes. I've seen them in Ipsy, I've seen them in BoxyCharm, I've seen them in BoxyCharm? Maybe BoxyCharm. I know I've seen them in Beauty Box 5. It's a brand I didn't have a lot of experience with until I tried their Wonder Lip Paints and I was like, yes, these things are awesome. So when JCat Beauty contacted me and said they wanted to send me some promotional products to see what I thought, and then I was in chat, I guess it was maybe a month or so ago, and somebody said, hey, have you tried anything by JCat Beauty? And I was like, oh, I happen to have an email in my inbox right now from them. They want to send me stuff. And they were like, yes, you should totally do it. And I don't think it was somebody from the company. I don't think. I'm pretty sure it was somebody a name that I recognize from my channel. So that kind of pushed it over the edge and I decided to do this review. I'm not being paid any additional money by JCat Beauty. They just sent me the products for promotion. So they did send me a ginormous bag of products. It didn't look like this when they sent it to me. It was just more functional for me to keep it in a bag. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go over everything they sent me and what I think of it. I'm also going to show you some of the Wonder Lip Paints that I got from Ipsy bags as well, since I happen to have them. So let's go ahead and just start with the lip paints because those are my favorite products from them. And I do have 5 of those here. Make sure I have 5. Nope, I got more than 5. Let me see. There's 6. Do I have more than 6? What's going on here? Oh, I have 7. I have 7. Do you want a lip swatch? Should I do lip swatches? Yeah, I should do lip swatches. Okay, let's do some lip swatches. Here we go. All right, good thing I got a natural lipstick on. This is a ColourPop lipstick, which is a review that's coming up very soon. It's in the shade Button, I believe. So we're gonna go light to dark for the sake of my lips. The first one here is called Orange Delight. Okay, and this is the way that I apply it. You can also apply it with a lip brush. And that's what I do. I just kind of mush it around. So that is Orange Delight, and this is the way that it looks in the packaging. So you can see it's very, very similar. And I'm one that I would never use an orange lip product, but this is subtle enough that I feel like I can wear it. It's wearable for me. It doesn't make me look dead lip, but it's neutral, so I do really like the shade a lot. Next up is this one here, and this is called Blabberwocky, and this was one that I got a lot of compliments on. I think I wore it in a What's Up in Makeup or maybe my spring favorites, and this is the one. This is the one I was wearing. And everybody's like, oh my gosh, what's on your lips? It was this. All right. So there is Blabberwocky. And I didn't mention, these are all named after Alice in Wonderland, which I absolutely love. I actually have an Alice in Wonderland tattoo on my back, which one day I may show you. But yeah, this is Blabberwocky. And this is probably my favorite of all of them. Okay, next up is one that I actually haven't ever tried because the color scares me to death. This one is called the Dodo. I don't know about this one. It's just, you know, I'm just not a bright lip kind of chick here. Another thing that I haven't told you yet about these is they wear off very, very evenly. They're not one that kind of goes off patchy. And you can see it goes on very smoothly. It does have kind of an oil base to it. It's like a liquid lipstick, but it's just in that tube form. Really and truly, it could just as easily be in a tube with a doe foot applicator as far as the way that it feels. So this one is the Dodo, and I feel like quite a dodo with this bright color on my lips. But that's what it looks like. Maybe this is your color. It's a little too loud for me, but maybe it's your color. I'm gonna look like Ronald McDonald by the time I'm done with this video. You can see it's kind of staining my lips, which is great, but not as great for swatching. All right, the next one is also a bright one. This one is called Talking Flowers, and it is a lavender shade, and I've never worn a lip color this shade before, and I'm a little scared, but you're with me. You'll hold my hand, right? Oh my gosh. I know this shade is so trendy, but I don't know. I guess I'm not trendy like that. Oh no, girlfriend, I don't know. But can you imagine this shade on someone with a deep skin tone? I mean, this would look gorgeous. Gorgeous on the right person. It's just not my personality. But just so you know what it looks like, it is called, this is called Talking Flowers, and it's purple. They also have the crazy colors like the blues and the greens and the yellows and all that if you're interested in those colors. It's like seeping down onto my face. Okay, so which one's darker? All right, let's go with this one next. This one is called Mad Splatter. Right on the teeth. That was my fault. I don't blame the product. That's operator error. I'm so not classy in this application. I know it, but I gotta be me. And I'm not that classy. This stuff is so pigmented, it's crazy. And there is mad splatter. I haven't noticed any transferring on my teeth either. Like, if I purposely go, of course I'm gonna get it on my teeth, you know what I mean? But if I don't purposely do that, I haven't had any problems with transferring. All right, I've totally destroyed a wipe. I'm gonna get another one. All right, 2 left. The next one is called Golden Afternoon, which I don't quite get. I guess maybe if the sun's going down or something, you'd end up with this red shade. I don't know, but oh my gosh. Look what I just did. Oh my gosh, I'm a mess. This is like the perfect vampire costume red. It's definitely gonna be more of a fall color for me, and something that I probably won't wear super often, but it's a sexy red. I really like it a lot. And again, this one's called Golden Afternoon. I look like a clown that's been beat in the face. So I got one more. I just used a little bit of foundation to kind of mute out some of the craziness going on. This last one is called Queen of Hearts, and it's this deep, oh gosh. Okay, here we go. This one's actually kind of sheer compared to the other ones. I'm surprised. The other ones are super, super opaque. This one actually seems not quite as crazy. This one did build up a little bit, so you can do this one definitely as a wash of color, or you can make it more opaque. This is kind of as opaque as it gets, so just be aware of that if you do choose this shade. I was gonna do swatches of some of the other lip colors, but my lips I don't think can take it, so I'm just gonna kind of show you the rest in swatch form, but the lip paints are kind of my favorite formulas. The other ones are really good too, they're just different. So the lip paints are more of like your liquid lipstick, and then for other lip products, they've got a bunch of lip crayon-y type things, so they've got these big lip pencils that are very, very creamy. They're I would definitely call them more of a like a balm stain kind of situation there with that. This one is called Dolly Pink, and this one is called Caramel Mocha. And there's that. That's Caramel Mocha. So the top is Dolly Pink. The second one is Caramel Mocha. And they all come in this red packaging no matter what the shade is. This one is called Christmas. And I'm going to put that one below the Mocha one. So down the third one is Christmas. And then this one here is called Satin. So that one on the bottom is Satin. And you can see that one definitely has a satin finish to it where the other ones are more glossy. This one here is called Hot Pink. Okay, and there's Hot Pink there for you. That's the bottom one. And that is it for those lip colors. These have pretty typical wear time. I'm just gonna go ahead and apply my favorite one, which is Christmas. I'm gonna apply that one and just kind of leave that one on instead of having this dead lip look that I've got going on right now. It's just kind of your typical nudie pink, but I really like it. It feels very moisturizing, and again, typical wear time, wears down very nicely, not patchy, just a nice product. Oh, smell. I didn't tell you smell. Smell is mildly vanilla, but it's not very strong. I can't smell it on my lips right now. The only time I can smell it is if I hold it up to my nose, but it's got a nice scent when you hold it up to your nose. The lip paints have a slight minty kind of scent to them, but again, it's not very strong, not overpowering. These are called Twist and Kiss Hydrating Lip Balms. This one is in Vampire Kiss. I would expect for Vampire Kiss to be more of a red shade, but it's definitely a pinky shade. This one is called Jawline Kiss. And again, typical pinky nude beautifulness. So the next one that from the Twist and Kiss line is called Wet Kiss. All right, here we go. Let's try it. Here we go. All right, so it's like a bright, bright, bright pink. So really and truly, I didn't see a big difference between the formula of these and these. I think it's just, you know, the pencil form versus, you know, this plastic around the outside form. But I mean, they wore really nicely. I felt like the opacity was pretty much the same. The scent of these are the same, just that very mild vanilla scent. But again, extremely, extremely mild. Okay, so these are all of the lip liners that they sent. I'll show you this side. This side's a little bit more of a tell of what they look like. This one is called the Skinny and Long Lip Pencil. We'll talk about those first. These are really long. Like, let me get this is an Urban Decay eyeliner, and you can see the height difference in between these. I mean, just huge difference. And we'll take the cap off just to show you the difference of product that you're going to be getting. I mean, just a huge difference there. So this one is called Puce. Actually, let me wipe off my hand first. My skin hates me right now. Hates me. So this first one is called Puce. Okay, this next one is called Tea Rose. I don't really see much of a shade difference in there. Maybe when I zoom in, we'll be able to see a little bit better, but Tea Rose pretty much looks like puce to me. This one here is called Chocolate, and believe it or not, this is for lips. I guess this would be probably for darker skin tones. But it really looks like a nice brow pencil to me as far as the color, but it's got the creaminess of a lip pencil. And then this one is a red one called Electro Crimson. And then the final one from this formula is called Amaranth Pink. And it's just a bubblegummy kind of pink. There is a creaminess to them. They're not drying at all. They feel good on the lips for a lip pencil. I'm not a huge lip pencil fan just because it's kind of high maintenance, but I'm telling you, these things last forever on the lips. Oh, there's one more. There's one more that I missed. This one is called Black, and it's black. But it says that it's for lips, so we're gonna go with that. I had someone in chat tell me they wanted me to do a goth look, so this would be for my goth look. Okay, so those are the regular pencils. Now these here, the hashtag MOTD ones, are the waterproof versions. As far as wear time, I did notice that these lasted just a little bit longer, but not that much longer than the other pencils. Overall, they're both very, very long wearing. So whatever, you know, if you want one that's a little bit longer wearing, go for the hashtag MOTD. If you just want just a regular, you know, whatever lip pencil, go for the other ones. But I honestly didn't see too much of a difference. I did notice though that these tips sometimes broke when I started using them, so make sure you have a sharpener handy when you get these, where none of these broke on me. So I'm like throwing it. So keep that in mind if you decide to order any of these. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pair these up next to the non-waterproof versions. So here is the black. You can see they're very similar. Here is Tea Rose, which is right here. And you can see it's pretty much the same. This is Cabernet, which is actually not one of the other ones that they sent in the not waterproof. I'm just gonna set that one right here. Cabernet. This one here is called Warm Brown. We'll put that next to this brown one up here. This one's is the Amaranth Pink. So of course, oh wait, here we go. Put that right here. So it's definitely brighter in the waterproof version. And then this one here is the last one they sent me in this formula, and this one is called Purple. Put that right there. And I do feel like now swatching all of them and really feeling them all at the same time, I feel like the waterproof ones are just slightly creamier. All right, now that we have done all of the lip products they sent me, let's move on to the eye products. Since we're going with pencils, let's keep going with pencils, and I'm gonna show you the eyeliner products that they sent. These are also the hashtag MOTD, so they are waterproof. I did use them in my waterline, on my lower lash line. They did last all day on my lash line, but they only lasted probably about 4 or 5 hours in my waterline, which is pretty good. My hand is like hating me right now. So let's go ahead and let's swatch these. This one is in Pure White. And one thing I've been doing with this that I really, really love is doing like an ombre look, where I do like a darker color, then a mid-tone color, and then the white on the inside, and it looks really, really, really pretty. My husband looked at me the other day and he's like, what did you do? And I told him what I did. I told him it was with these pencils, and he was like, yes, do that again. This is another one that I've been doing that with. This one is called Roman Gold. And oh no, it broke. Okay, I gotta sharpen it. So I'll show you how to, see, this is what happens sometimes with them as they break off. Makes me not happy, but you know, that's what sharpeners are for. And then JCat also sells a sharpener. I'm not sure how much this costs, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty reasonably priced. But they do sell sharpeners, so I'm just gonna go ahead and sharpen this baby up. All right, so let me swatch that. See how it's so bright gold? I mean, it's just gorgeous, gorgeous. And that lasts, like no joke, that will last. Okay, the silver one is also really fun for that inner corner, like ombre kind of look. And there's that. Okay, this is more of like a mid-tone. This one is called Tropical Green. There you go. And this one is a matte shade, which is kind of interesting because it's got this shimmery outside, so you wouldn't expect it to be matte, but it is matte. Where all these, the white is matte, the green is matte, the gold and the silver are shimmery, they're metallic. This one is the blue. This one is called Sunrise Blue. And this one is also a matte. It's kind of a dusty blue. And this one is a brown. It is called Light Brown. And again, a matte. And then finally, this one is called Dark Brown. There you go. So along with those, they did send me some of these pigments. Now, this is probably one of my least favorite products that I got from them, not because of the quality, but because of the packaging. I'm not a fan of this packaging at all. It's very, very messy. The other thing is it comes with the sticker on here. The sticker has the color, the shade on it, and I really, really like to have the shade on it. So I was finding myself unpeeling the sticker, sticking it on my desk, using the product, and then sticking the sticker back on so that I could keep the color. So, and it does kind of, the sticker seals in the top so that you can't open it unless you take the seal off. So I wish they would change that or put a sticker on the bottom. I would really, really like that a lot. Open is the one that I like the most, which is called Salmon. This is a gorgeous all over lid color. But girlfriend, you already know what I'm gonna say. It's messy. It's very, very messy. So you open this up and it's just got kind of a top like that. It's just a little bottle. And then what I do is I just go like this and I shake it down on my finger, and then you can see that there, and then I just pat it on my lid like that. And I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm not gonna apply it with a brush because that is the way I've been applying it to my lid. And it's just absolutely stinking gorgeous. It lasts all day long. I mean, and just the most beautiful, beautiful shimmer. I mean, just absolutely beautiful. Like really and truly, I really loved the shade. It's messy. This one is called Dark Wood. But you can see that shine there. I mean, just absolutely gorgeous. And they blend really nicely into each other. You can tap them on, like what I'll do is I'll tap it onto my outer corner and then I'll blend it up into my crease. It works perfectly that way. It's just a little more high maintenance. Okay, and this one I really liked a lot too. This one's called Mocha Coffee. Oh, see, I just spilled it. Just spilled it everywhere, all over my jeans. It just, so we'll put that right here. This is Mocha Coffee. And this one's more of like a taupey light brown. It's really beautiful. Look, I'll take some off my jeans and put it over here so you can really see. Whoa, you can see how much, oh gosh, now I really made a mess of it. Goodness gracious, yeah, messy, messy, beautiful and messy. If you like beautiful messes, this shadow is perfect. All right, I gotta clean this up. I'll be right back. Okay, so what I've done is I went and I wiped off as much as I could off of my jeans, and I re-swatched them. So this is the Mocha Coffee, this is the Dark Wood, and then this is the Salmon. Now I'm going to go into the other colors. This one is absolutely gorgeous if you love gold. This one is called Earth Mango. Let me show you what that looks like. Just, oh, so pretty. So pretty. I just wish that they put them in different packaging, and I think that they would just be perfect. Even if they put them in the little cups instead. I mean, because like, look, can you see that? That's the way it comes. I haven't swatched this one yet. All right, so now we're gonna swatch that one now that we're in safety zone here. There you go. Just gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. This one here is called Live Black or Live Black. I'm not sure what the intention is. And really it's a deep gray, not really a black, it's a deep gray, so just be aware of that. Now, these last two are really fun for the right person. I tried to put these on as an inner corner highlight before work and I was like, oh no, what did I do? No! But if you're going out to the club or if you got, you know, a really cool, like vibrant Halloween kind of look or whatever, where you're looking for something that's got some iridescent glitter, these things are gorgeous. This one, the one I'm going to swatch first, is called Bondi Black, and then this one is called Lion Silver. I'm going to swatch those for you now. Okay, when I use this on my eye, I swear it was more opaque than it's showing up here. I don't know why, but the Bondi Black is kind of this here, and then the silver is here. I don't know what's happening there, but I remember it being pretty opaque when I put it on my skin. Like it was solid glitter. So I don't know, maybe it was because of the primer I was using, maybe because of my foundation or whatever, but they're not applying to my hand as beautifully as they did to the eye. But they're glitters, man. They are hardcore, crazy glitters. Moving from eye products onto cheek products. Now, actually, these, along with the Wonder Lip paints, are my favorite things that I got. Now, they do have a little bit of a drawback in that they come with an overspray of glitter. So you can see better on this one. This one is in Love Struck. You can see there was a cat there. And you can still see a little bit of the overspray here and here. On the top and bottom, but it was a very thick overspray that definitely wears down. So I just kind of wiped it off a bit. I didn't notice it impacting my cheek color, but it's just for pretty. It's not really part of the functional product. So this here, I really, really love these blushes. They are very long wearing. They are beautiful. There's the finger swatch. We'll do a hand swatch. See, the bright pigmentation is craziness. this, but it doesn't show up like that on the cheek. I'll show you in a second. Let me do the swatch here, the finger swatch of this one. This one, you can tell the cat's like gone because I've been wearing this like every day. This one is called Sweet Pea Pink. And of course, with somebody with a deeper skin tone, this may not show up on you. I'm a light medium skin tone. It shows up beautifully on me, but it's very, very natural. Someone with a lighter skin tone, this would work well. I don't think anybody that's that much darker than me would probably get much out of this one, but I've really, really been enjoying it. It's just very, very, very natural and beautiful on me. This is the IT Cosmetics blush brush, one of the IT Cosmetics blush brushes, and we'll do brush swatches. Not a whole lot of powder kicking up here, but definitely some powder if you're not gentle. This is one you don't need to press hard. Oh, and this is called, not Love Struck, this is called Baby Boo. I've been calling it Love Struck. It's Baby Boo. Okay, so this would definitely be more for someone with a deeper skin tone, but you can definitely lighten this up. You can blend it out. If you really love the shade and you're lighter, you can really work with this and make it not be clown face. Let me wipe that off there. I probably should use the lighter one first because now my brush is going crazy. Okay, let's see if I can get a good, true color off of this one. Yeah, it's doing good. Okay, and you can barely even see it there, but I swear it's really pretty on the cheeks. Let me see if I can get a little bit more. There you go. I don't know if you can see that, but it really is beautiful on the cheeks. So definitely highly recommend these. These are fantastic, fantastic blushes. Another thing I love about JCat Beauty is that it's very, very affordable compared to a lot of higher end makeup brands. You know, it's kind of like ColourPop, you know, as far as the price range on everything. So I really like, I really, really like the makeup products, and I'm being genuine on that. The one that I like the least is the pigments, and it's not because of the quality, it's just because of the packaging. Now the last thing they sent me was a few brushes, and I do want to show those to you. And I have been using them and really enjoying them. This one is called the Pro Makeup Flat Tip Angled Kabuki. And I've used this for foundation and really, really liked it for foundation. I've also used it for bronzer. Really like it for that as well. There's some stray hairs here, but I'm not getting any fallout for the, I'm not getting any, not fallout, but I'm not getting any loose bristles coming out. I have not washed these yet, but you can see the density here. That's very, very dense. You can also see kind of some powder flying off of there, but they're very, very dense. They work very nicely. This one is a very, but just keep in mind, this one is going to be more for something that you need a dense brush for. It's not for something for light application. I did use it for powder. I wasn't a big fan of it for powder just because it moved my foundation around too much. It's too dense for powder, but I really did like it for foundation. This one here I've also used a bit for foundation. This is the Pro Makeup Conic Kabuki, and it's really nice for getting under the under eyes. Also, I've used it a bit for contouring, and I've really enjoyed it for that as well. And this one feels a little bit more synthetic than the other one, but they're all very, very, very soft. Then there's two more. This one is an eyeliner brush. This one's fantastic. I mean, it's just what you would expect from an eyeliner brush. I've used this also for eyebrows. And it's very, very thin for eyebrows, so if you really need a detailed brow brush, this is perfect. Of course, it's got the spoolie on the end so that you can use it for your brows. This one is also can be used for liner, it can be used for brows, and then this one here is a fantastic crease brush. I've been using this to kind of detail my crease, smoke out the outer corner, things like that. It's a very interesting shape there. It's kind of almost like a pencil shape, but it's very, and really, really enjoying this. I don't own any brushes like this, so I'm really enjoying that. This one, for this kind of flat brush, it's very, very thin, so it's good for adding detail. It's also good for cutting the crease. And then the last brush is called the Pro Makeup Medium Shader, and this is a flat eyeshadow brush. I'm not a big fan of this brush just because the taper doesn't go down very far, and I'm just not a fan of flat eyeshadow brushes in general. I can see that this would be nice for the right person, but just keep in mind that you're only going to be picking up product on just this part and up. So it's going to be better for detailing than it will be for packing on color. So that is it for my JCat Beauty review of the brand. Overall, I absolutely love what I got, and I think especially for the price, I feel like it's a brand you should definitely check out. Quality seems to be great. Again, the only thing I would be warned about is the overspray on the blushes. If you can get past that, they're amazing. The pencils can break, so make sure you have a sharpener, and the pigments are messy, so make sure when you initially open them that you have some place to catch any overfill that may spill out. So So those are my only 3 critiques. Everything else, amazing. Especially recommending the Wonder Lip paints and the blushes as being my favorite products that I was sent. So those would be my #1 recommendations. #1 and #2 tied for #1 recommendations. So I thank you so much for watching. If you're not already subscribed, you can click that subscribe button down below for future review videos and What's Up in Makeup every Sunday morning at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, where I tell you all the latest and greatest new releases all around the US. I thank you so much for watching. Mad love, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!